And this is going to be a re-implementation of the original game, but this one's going to feature upgraded artwork and components, as well as some small changes to the rules and streamlining of the game. But if you're not familiar with this game, this is a scenario-based dungeon crawler that's set in the world of H.P. Lovecraft. Players are going to be playing through different scenarios, with each scenario being its own standalone experience. But this is a cooperative game where each player is going to be playing as their own asymmetrical character with their own set of stats, with each of the stats helping in different areas which you'll want to take advantage for different skill checks or battles. But each player will also start with some starting gear that can also grant you with different effects, and you will be able to find more gear throughout the game. But each player also has trackers for their health, audacity, and courage. You're going to be using your audacity to issue rerolls, whether it's for a skill check or for battling the various monsters. And then the courage is going to be used as experience points, which you'll be able to use to unlock abilities as you play the game. The main board is going to be made up of a bunch of different tiles, and each player is going to have 5 actions to choose from on their turn. But you're going to be using those actions to move around the board, discover different items, and fight against enemies. And anytime that you move into a location with an undiscovered tile, you're going to be adding a tile there and then resolving its effects, which could introduce random enemies or have different effects, or even be trap rooms that players will have to move through with their skills in order to avoid incurring damage. Combat in this game is resolved using dice rolling, but it's only used to determine how many successful hits you're able to land. The actual amount of damage you do per hit is going to be determined by your character's total strength, as well as any gear that they have equipped that will add on top of it. Players can also roll critical hits, which will ignore the enemy's armor. The game continues like this, with each of the players taking their actions and taking advantage of their own individual strengths. But then after all the players have had a turn, you're going to be drawing a tomb card, which is going to dictate how the tomb and the enemies react to the players. Obviously doing things that are going to harm and hurt you and get in your way. But if the players are able to survive all that and complete the objective of the scenario, then they win the game. And if you are interested in this one, I'll have it linked in the description below.